Hey everybody, Hake Hardware here, and in this video we are going to go over how to get Rustdesk Server installed on Proxmox using the helper script. If you're not familiar, Proxmox VE helper scripts is a great website that has a bunch of scripts that allow you to very quickly deploy services on Proxmox. So if we go to view scripts here, there's just tons of scripts. And today we are going to do Rustdesk Server. So we're going to go and navigate here. There's also a link in the wiki, which will be linked in the description of the video. So I always put a warning in here, just be cautious. You are running a script from the internet. So although these helper scripts are widely used and trusted, really ultimately it's up to you, and almost anything that actually all of the scripts that are on there you could do manually, but I prefer to just use the scripts because it's a lot faster. All right, so to install any of these scripts, really it's the same for all of them. You're going to go to the scripts page and you're just going to click copy here. Sometimes there is like an informational post on GitHub, so we'll check that out in a second. But for now, we're just going to actually let's check that out now. I don't know if there's anything specific in here that I don't go over. Uh, Installation, relay servers. Uh, we do go over getting the key, so that's no big deal. Uh, Yeah, it's pretty straight. Honestly, these instructions are probably like a light version of pretty much what I go over, but it's always good to check them out. So let's just jump back here. Let's copy the script URL, and then we'll go into Proxmox here, and we're going to drop into, actually, we don't have to even drop into the shell up here. We can just click shell over here, and then you can just paste in. So I was able to right click. You can't see it. The context menus don't show. And then just click paste. Alternately, you can click shell up here and drop into like a dedicated browser shell, whichever works best for you. And then you're just going to hit enter. And then we are going to go through the process of setting this up. So we'll hit yes because we do, of course, want to proceed. And then you can choose default settings. In the guide here, I go over what the default settings are, which is it's going to be Debian 12, unprivileged container, 1 CPU core, 512 megabytes of RAM, 2 gigabytes for the disk size. So I usually just run the defaults. Maybe if you have a lot of clients or a lot of things going on at the same time, you want to do something a little bit different. For me, the defaults are fine. And if you do advanced settings, it's probably just going to let you select each of those options. So we'll just do default settings. You can see all those default settings up here. And you probably won't see this, but because I have a few Linux volumes, it wants me to make sure I select the right one, which is going to be my local LVM. I'll hit tab to select OK. And now it's going to go through the process of creating the container, installing Rustdesk Server, and getting everything set up. So let's let that process finish up. It doesn't usually take very long. And then from there, there's a few things we need to do because we need to get the key for the public key for the server so we can add it into our Rustdesk client. And then we'll be able to make that connection to the server. So we'll close out of here and we don't need this anymore. So let's just catch up. Okay, so the next thing, once it finishes up, you're going to have the IP address of the server printed out here. And you're going to need that because we're going to go into the Rustdesk client next and enter in that IP address. Okay, so for this one, it's going to be 192.168.6980. I can copy that, just right click and then click copy. You won't see the context menu, but I did get it copied. And then from here, well, actually, we're going to go into, so I have two of them because one of them I set up earlier. But we can click the Rustdesk server here, and we can go into the console, and we're at the root console here, and you can see the IP address listed again. And we're going to do cat var lib Rustdesk server ID hub, and then you can do a colon and then echo. This will print out the key on a separate line, which is kind of nice. Makes it easier to copy. So I'm going to just copy this. And I'll just remember the IP address, but if you want, you can copy and paste the IP address after this. But let's get the Rustdesk client open, and we will put it in front of Firefox. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. I'm assuming you already have the Rustdesk client installed. What we're going to want to do is now set up the server. Now I'm just going to be changing the server, but the steps are basically the same. So it's very confusing. At first I couldn't find the settings button, but it's this little 3 vertical dots. And then you'll go into network. You'll click unlock, which then you'll be able to put in your password. Click ID relay server. And now I'm just going to be updating this to 80. And of course I'm going to have all these keys refreshed, but you'll just paste in the key here and then click OK. And now your server is set up correctly. And you need to do this now on the client. So I'm going to get this key set up on my client real quick. And then that way I'll be able to connect to it. So of course, both clients, because you'll need a client on the computer that you are connecting to, and you'll need a client on the computer you're connecting from. They both should have the key set up, or the server set up, and be connected to the same server, and then you'll be good. So let me just get it set up here. Okay, so typically you know you did it right when you go back to the home and there's a little ready down here. Uh, you're probably not, this isn't, I don't believe you'll be able to ever discover peers unless you have the pro version. I don't think anything really works like beyond just connecting what I'm showing you here if you don't have the pro version. Okay, so on your client that you want to connect to, there's one more thing that I usually do on those clients, and that's setting up a password. So if you go to settings and you go to security, and now I'm doing this, imagine I am doing this on the computer I'm connecting to, because you only need to set up the password on the computer you're connecting to. I would just do unlock security settings, go down and set a permanent password. Now this is going to be the password that you log in with, and that way you don't actually have to accept the connection on the computer you're connecting to. You'll just be able to log in with the password. So with that all done, close that out, grab the ID 495. I already have it set here. This is going to be the ID that's listed on the client I want to connect to. And then I can simply click connect, and I'm going to be connected to that client. Now you can't see anything. Let me actually share. Mm, okay, there we go. So here I am now connected. One thing I like to do, and I have it in the wiki, is click this little icon here and do scale adaptive, because by default it's scale original, and like it's really weird depending on how your resolution is set up. I'm connecting to one of my laptops, so I like scale adaptive. It just fits to screen, and it might be difficult to see a little bit, but and then there you go. So you can control anything you want, set up everything how you want it. You can see I have Rustdesk set up in here with, and I went through and did all the same basic things. I don't think you can, I guess you can actually click stuff in here, but it doesn't really let you do much, I guess, over the network here. So you can't really click anything. But anyways, it's all set up. Let's jump back to the wiki here. So we got our ID from our server. We entered that into both the clients that we're going to be connecting to and connecting from. We set the password so that we can log in via the password. We connect it to the client, set the resolution, and that's really it. So it's pretty simple. This is why I love the Proxmox helper scripts. You could also, I think they have like a Docker container as well that you can use, but I found this to be the easiest way. So hopefully that was helpful. And feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.